Alright, it's time to change the brakes on my 1999 Chevrolet Silverado. These babies are squeaking worse than my great-grandma walking up a flight of stairs. Alright, while I change the brakes here today, I'm going to show you a couple different reasons why brakes squeak. A 12mm bolt on the caliper up on top. You got a 12mm bolt right down here. I'll take those off and be able to slide the caliper off of the rotor. Alright, one reason why brakes will squeak is because they rub against these retainer clips that are on the bracket for the caliper. So what you would need is brake lubricant to smear all over that retainer clip and over on top of this. That should remove any squeaks there. Now if you get a good set of brakes, you might get a set of these retainer clips to replace the old ones. And some guys would say, just leave the ones on there that are on there. Well, if you get the new ones, of course there's a lot less corrosion and rust and ways for it to squeak. So definitely want to put the new ones on. Alright, the second reason why brakes can squeak is as your brake pad wears down, you've got this feeler right here, this little metal tab. This will rub against the rotor itself and cause quite a bit of squeakiness. So that's just an indicator that your brake pads are worn out and you need to replace them. So like I said, this truck's really squeaking. It's because the rotor is hitting the this little feeler right there that's causing a lot of noise. If you're going to change your rotors, if they're really got a lot of ridges in them, or if the metal's all the way down, real thin and it's dangerous, you don't want to change your rotors. I'm not going to change these. You would just have to get a couple of bolts off of this bracket, and this bracket comes off, and then you'd be able to just slide your rotor off. It comes right out. Alright, I'm just going to clean out these retaining clips. Scrape off any corrosion that might be on it. Alright, I'm going to take this brake lubricant and smear that all down in there. Be careful not to get any on your rotor. Alright, to get the caliper back on, we need to compress the piston into the caliper so that we can slide the caliper back on. With these brake pads being thicker, since they're new, this is actually needs to go down. So I've got a clamp. Put it on the back side. Okay. And I'm just going to squeeze that down until that caliper goes back down into the piston goes back down into the caliper. Make sure our bolt holes line up. These are kind of spring-loaded a little bit on these bolts. Alright, just want to tighten those bolts down just a little bit past snug. You don't want to over-tighten them. Just make sure your retainer clips are lubricated so your brake pad can move in and out and not squeak. And then just get you a good clamp to be able to push the piston back into your caliper, and you don't have to worry about taking any brake lines off or anything. So if you have new retainer clips, I would highly recommend putting new ones in if they come with your brake pads. Mine didn't have any, so I was forced to use my old ones. But that's all there is to it. I got to do this to 3 more tires, and pretty simple.